Hey everyone, I'm Mike DeLong, and I'm here to tell you about what I thought of all the movies I watched last month. Just as before, I'm giving you my reviews from least favorite to most favorite. I did something a little different last month. I watched all 4 live-action Hellboy movies. In addition to that, I watched a couple more movies from last year, a modern classic, or maybe it's just a classic now, a comedy special, and the best major release of the year so far. Let me know what you think. First, we have Hellboy, the Crooked Man, and I gave it 1.5 stars. This movie really isn't that good. I don't even know why it was made. There's really nothing special about it. This story is somewhat interesting, and could have been an interesting movie without the Hellboy connection. Hellboy and an agent are stranded in 1950s Appalachia, where a demonic presence and witchcraft terrorize the rest of the people that live there. I'm definitely not a Hellboy expert, but of all the movies, this one feels like it belongs in the Hellboy world the least. It kind of feels like it was a generic horror movie that someone decided to throw Hellboy into just to draw a fan base. Jumping up, we have Hellboy from 2019, and I gave it 3 stars. This version of Hellboy is not that bad. I like David Harbour in the role, and prefer Ian McShane's Professor Bloom over John Hurt's version in the original 2 movies. The story is pretty forgettable, but I feel that all the Hellboy movies fall into that same category. Hellboy must stop supernatural creatures from reassembling an ancient witch. He is tempted to leave the world of humans behind and become a king at the witch's side. The most disappointing thing about this movie is the special effects, which hold up just as good as the original 15 years earlier. Next, we have Hellboy from 2004, and I gave it 3.5 stars. The original Hellboy is pretty good. He is brought into the world by Rasputin, who's working for the Nazis during World War II. 60-ish years later, Hellboy is working for the US government combating supernatural forces. When Rasputin is resurrected, he must take him down. Helping Hellboy is Abe Sapien, an aquatic being, played by the phenomenal Doug Jones, and Liz Sherman, a woman who can burst into flames, played by Thelma Blair. And that is where the story drops. Thelma Blair is wooden, and Ron Perlman's Hellboy pines after her like a 13-year-old boy. The special effects are fine for 2004. Hellboy is fine for a pre-MCU, pre-Batman Begins comic book movie. And last in the Hellboy series, I have Hellboy 2, and I gave it 3.5 stars. My favorite Hellboy movie is still not a great comic book movie. The team of Hellboy, Liz, and Abe are back to stop an elven prince from gaining control of an indestructible robot army. The effects and creature costumes are an improvement on the original. Doug Jones is as great as Thelma Blair is boring. I mean, there's a little improvement from the first movie, but she's still not great. The relationship between Hellboy and Liz is slightly better, but it's still annoying to watch. Probably the best Hellboy movie, but not by much. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for future reviews and to find out what's coming to a streaming service near you. Next up is Thelma, and I gave it 3 3/4 stars. This movie is pretty enjoyable. There are lots of laughs, and June Squibb is great. I don't think I liked it as much as many other people who watched it last year, though. Thelma is a widow who gets caught up in a fraud scheme and determines to rectify it no matter what. Her grandson Daniel is the family member who checks in on her with genuine love and concern. Her daughter and son-in-law are annoyingly both overbearing and absent from her daily life. Thelma schemes and lies to turn her plans into reality with funny results. This isn't a great movie, but it's a good one to enjoy on the couch. Next up is Sing Sing, and I gave it 3 3/4 stars. I wasn't enamored with this movie like everyone else was. I thought the performances were great, especially Clarence Macklin. Coleman Domingo was very good as well, but I feel like his character didn't belong in the same movie as the rest. Sing Sing is about a theater program in Sing Sing prison. The inmates use the arts to learn about and improve themselves. Many actors are former inmates playing versions of themselves. Domingo's character seems to be the leader of the group, but Macklin comes in and disrupts that. We also see Domingo struggle with life as an inmate in a very real, non-Hollywood manner. There's a lot to like about this quiet, moving film. I just couldn't get past my feelings about Coleman Domingo's character. Next, we have Bert Kreisher, Lucky, and I gave it 4 stars. Is this better than Sing Sing? No. Did I have a lot more fun watching it? Absolutely. Kreischer is firing on all cylinders on this comedy special. He covers everything from his wife's menopause and his disbelief when he found out that Julius Caesar and Cleopatra were real people. He even gets emotional when telling the story of needing to put down his dog. I would say that this is definitely on par with his other specials. Of course, if you're looking for intelligent jokes, this is not the place for you. Our penultimate movie is Jurassic Park, and I gave it 4.25 stars. I showed this movie to my 5-year-old son for the first time last month. I enjoyed it, but he seemed a bit bored by it. Watching it with him made me realize how slow the movie is in places. It's still enjoyable for me after 30 plus years. The combination of CGI and practical effects still hold up today. There are still some great discoveries too. When the main characters are coming to the island in the helicopter, there's turbulence and everyone puts on their seatbelts. Grant can only find straps with the female part of the buckle, but he still finds a way to strap himself in. Loved this movie as a teen, still love it today. Finally, we have Sinners, and I gave it 4.5 stars. This movie is great from start to finish. Michael B. Jordan is wonderful playing both brothers, and the cast around him clicks. The Mississippi setting is great to tell this amazing story of the search for freedom. Two brothers return to the South from Chicago to set up a place for the oppressed African American community to be themselves. Meanwhile, a supernatural presence is lurking. When a once-in-a-generation musician plays a song that connects the roots of African music to the future, including tribal drums, slave songs, house music, and rap, that presence wants to take it for themselves. There's so much to like about this movie, including a long take during that amazing song. Highly recommended. But don't watch the trailers, especially the second one, to avoid spoilers, if you've managed to avoid them so far. That'll do it for this review video. Let me know if you want me to watch another full series of movies again, and which series you want. I've also decided to watch the Best Picture nominees from 25, 50, and 75 years ago, so keep an eye out for those reviews in the coming months. If reviews aren't your thing, come back in a couple of weeks to find out what's streaming near you in June. Thanks, and I'll see you again soon.